Time for the Joy Business Report. Coming out this afternoon, President Akufo-Addo highlights the importance of building a strong financial institution in Africa to fund infrastructure projects. Meanwhile, he has taken a swipe at international rating agencies, describing their downgrade of sovereign nations as unfair and reckless. Also, World Bank admits stringent disbursement rules pushed Ghana to miss out on more than $2 billion in project funding. And President of the Ghana Association of Banks warns of negative implications of the continuous increase in incidences of fraud on customer confidence in the banking sector. Thanks for choosing us. I'm Beverly Broom. We'll go straight to the details now. And President Akufo-Addo is pushing for Ghana and other African countries to build strong financial institutions to adequately support infrastructure projects. According to him, the region has struggled to secure funding for these projects because most of these banks are not well capitalized. The president said this when he formally opened the annual general meeting of the Africa Export and Import Bank in Accra. Meanwhile, President Akufo-Addo has taken a swipe at the international rating agencies for unfairly and recklessly downgrading sovereign nations, particularly Ghana, during the COVID-19 pandemic and the Russian-Ukraine war, a move that has impacted negatively their economies. According to him, the downgrades of some African economies have completely shut them from accessing the international capital market.
That engaged in pro-cyclical downgrades, shutting Ghana out of capital markets and turning a liquidity crisis into a solvency crisis. Afro-Exim Bank, under its counter-cyclical response mechanism, provided timely support to help Ghana navigate the macroeconomic management challenges worsened by Russia's war of aggression in Ukraine in an orderly manner. And suddenly, we realized we were alone. The country which had become, quote, the favorite child of bondholders and had successfully gone to market at the height of the pre-COVID-19 downturn was suddenly shut out of international capital markets.
Still on the Afri-Exim Bank AGM, the president of the bank, Professor Benedict Orama, has assured of ongoing initiatives to expand banking reach to many citizens since most global banks are exiting the continent. He also highlighted some successful implementations of new products aimed at making trade on the continent seamless.
As well as an e-commerce platform called the Africa Trade Exchange, which is AFCFTA compliant. We expect the platform to be a powerful single window for the conduct of intra-African trade in the very near future. As international banks continue to withdraw from Africa, we've also made significant progress in improving access to letters of credit and other trade services across the entire continent. We have swift communication arrangements with almost 500 of the 600 regulated commercial banks in Africa, making our Afri-Exim Bank perhaps the bank with the most extensive reach on the continent.
That was Professor Benedict Orama, president of the Africa Export and Import Bank. Now, Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta has stated that the government is collaborating with its development partners to finance the Ghana Financial Stability Fund to provide liquidity and solvency support for the financial sector. This comes after the domestic debt exchange program impacted negatively on the sector. Addressing the media, Mr. Ofori-Atta said the government will aggressively mobilize domestic revenue and other complementary sustainable external resources for recovery.
We are also collaborating with other development partners, including the World Bank and the Africa Development Bank, to finance the Ghana Financial Stability Fund to provide liquidity and solvency support for the financial sector as a result of the assessed impact of the DDEP. The first phase of the fund involves a $750 million package to address solvency challenges.
Moving on, the World Bank has admitted that stringent disbursement rules made it difficult for Ghana to draw down on a number of project funds. It estimated that Ghana missed out on more than $2 billion of funds set aside for projects because of the structuring of procurement processes to check corruption. But the World Bank Country Director Pierre Laporte says the bank is taking steps to deal with this challenge.
Now we are approaching the end of the fiscal year. I'm pushing the teams to please let's make sure we disburse. But then some people will tell me, Pierre, there's so many problems in this ministry, blah, blah, blah. And sometimes when I go and talk to the minister, I think we find that problems actually sometimes on our side. Because of the procurement rules, stringent, sometimes cumbersome and long. And we do understand, and when sometimes countries, clients call it just takes too long. And sometimes they are right. And our role is to try to see how we can be more flexible. And in this context, there's actually an initiative inside the World Bank now. It's called the Evolution Roadmap, where the World Bank is taking a look at ourselves, at how we operate now and in the next few months and next year or so.
That was the country director of World Bank, Pierre Laporte. Still on the banking sector, and president of the Ghana Association of Banks, Johnny Wise, warning of the negative impact of the continuous increase in incidences of fraud on customer confidence in the banking sector. This comes on the back of the Bank of Ghana's report, which revealed that banks recorded 2,998 fraud cases with 188 bank staffs involved. Mr. Wa, however, added that the association is working assiduously to reduce the menace.
As these fraud incidents become more pronounced and the rate of growth perhaps accelerate, it has that potential of affecting people's confidence in the use of these platforms where these incidents are reported. But the good thing is a whole lot of the financial services transactions flow is moving into the digital arena. So while the fraud cases in that area is increasing, we should also be measuring the volume of transactions that are moving onto that platform.
Moving on, senior partner at AB and David Ofosu-Dorte is urging government to make the conscious effort to promote indigenous businesses devoid of any political affiliations in order for them to compete favorably on the international market. According to him, there must be a deliberate plan to recognize and market businesses that have shown resilience over a period to the global market. Speaking to Joy Business, Mr. Dorte said that is one of the several ways to promote the local businesses.
Businesses which know how to do business internationally, not businesses which overnight, because they have access to political corridors, are engineered. What happens to some of those businesses is that when there is the least headwinds, then they are unable to survive, or if there is a political change, then the next government kills that business. We must have a situation where we are promoting Ghanaian businesses to become African giants and global giants, consciously created.
Now, LVS Africa has hinted at plans to roll out an enterprise development scheme for entrepreneurs to help solve the unemployment challenges in the country. Led by its founding member and former banker Alhassan Adani, the consortium will create a platform for business ideas and network young businesses with already existing ones on the continent. Speaking to Joy Business, Alhassan Adani said the country has not been able to experience the power of enterprises, hence the need for such a move.
Ghana, Africa, we're missing out on the power of the enterprise. The world is ruled by enterprise, and we just tend to be very small in our thinking around enterprises. And again, we quite can't make out the difference between enterprises as living inorganic problem solvers versus ourselves, individuals, as just organic people. We will start something, but once we started as an enterprise and you are evolving it, it gets a life of its own.
For your money tip on Money Lab, let's now hear from Kofi Poli, Chief Operations Officer of People's Pensions Trust, as he details the 3 tiers of pensions.
Hello, welcome to Money Lab. My name is Kofi Poli, Chief Operations Officer of People's Pension Trusts. We continue with our pension tidbits on Money Lab. In our previous episode, we talked about the pension architecture, Pension Act 2008, Act 766. Today, we are going to look at the 2 other tiers, Tier 2 and Tier 3. If you remember, under our last episode, we mentioned the fact that At the end of the month, the employer will deduct 5.5% from the employee's salary and add 13% of the employee's salary, making it 18.5%. Out of this 18.5%, 13.5% will be paid under Tier 1 to SNIT. Now, this is where Tier 2 comes in. The remaining 5% will be paid for the Tier 2 scheme, which is basically run by a corporate trustee licensed by the National Pension Regulatory Authority. Thank you once again for being with us, and we'll continue in our next episode.
You heard the Chief Operations Officer of People's Pensions Trust, Kofi-Poli, ending the Joy Business Report, brought to you by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank. Do follow us on all our social media pages, including LinkedIn. Do you receive your salary in an account that gives you more? Is your salary in the right account? No worries, we are here to help. Just open an EcoBank salary account and enjoy amazing benefits like free life insurance, which provides cover for death, permanent total disability, critical illness, hospitalization, temporal disability, and retrenchment. With the EcoBank salary account, you can enjoy the ability to save as you spend, free debit card, access to loans, and a lot more. And the best part is you stand the chance to win double your salary in the EcoBank Double Salary Promo Reloaded. So open an EcoBank salary account and enjoy all these benefits that comes with it. For inquiries on the EcoBank Double Salary Promotion Reloaded and the EcoBank salary account, call EcoBank toll free on 0800 003225. Please note that EcoBank will never call you for your Ghana card information or mobile app PIN or ask you to pay money before your account is credited as a winner in this promotion. The only call you will receive is to inform you that you have won in this promotion and your account has been credited. You're not required to pay money in this promotion to receive your prize. When in doubt, visit any of our branches. Terms and conditions apply. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank. My name is Beverly Broom. Ignition is next. Do enjoy.